Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. And all I ask from returns for you guys to smash that like button. If it's your first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video and be up to date on these updates with 42 Vision and the charts, right? So RDBX, an explosive move, but pulling downwards most of the day, and it wasn't the only stock falling. The QQQ fell as well, and our QQQ bot at 12:30 p.m. sent us out a bear indicator. From that moment forward, put options went up 100% to 200% plus within an hour, and this is our new release that allows us to have an edge within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities, whether stocks are going up or going down, and you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicator, getting connected to the SPY bot, QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities. And you can now join the members using these resources to maximize in either direction by receiving this clarity and edge over the chart. So RDBX stock here, pulling back and trying to build support. We're gonna talk about some key levels and what the charts were showing. The last day I covered it was on June 6th. Yesterday, it continued that push up. It broke through the resistance levels that we talked about. And here we are to do an update. Could this continue, or what to look for on the downside, right? But before we do, I'm going to share with you guys the opportunities I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the opportunities I mentioned this morning gave out realistic expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. And we strive for opportunities like these every single day. So these are the two stocks I mentioned this morning. Both of them gave jumps of 3 to 5%, 5 to 10% plus. But one of them almost reached home run territory, and that was CYRN. And this happened in a matter of minutes, right? We caught it in the pre-market as it was pulling downwards, got that bear indicator towards the bell, quickly reversed back into strength, got a bull indicator on 42 Vision, and it hit a highest point of 18% plus, almost reaching home run territory. 20% plus is what we consider a home run in a matter of minutes, guys. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with RDBX, and as we stated earlier in the video, we covered this one on the 6th here of June, and we've been covering it many days before that. But it actually had popped up with some strength, and yesterday the strength continued, and today it is holding up pretty strong, and the highest points were above slightly $11. Now, we're going to talk about, could this continue, or what supports to watch if weakness does appear, and what 42 Vision is showing on different time frames. So I'm going to pull up the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicator, getting connected to the SPY bot, QQQ bot, Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility in the markets. And you can now join the members using these resources to maximize in either direction within the volatility by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts. So RDBX here, Redbox Entertainment Inc. is pushing back up, right? After dipping almost all day, back to $9 and back above 10 now. Now, we need to see what's going on in the bigger picture, because this stock has had a lot of strength since way down here on June 6th when we talked about it at 642. Went upwards, pulled back down. It was consolidating towards the end of the day, and I stated we need to see if this gets canceled out by a bear indicator or if this bull indicator holds true. And the next day, it broke above the resistance of 732 and even the resistance up here of 755. And you could see how some support was formed there as it actually jumped up, pulled back down, and took off even higher, right? Yesterday's resistance was all the way up at 858, and then back up towards this resistance level of 947, which is trying to fight it here and build some type of support. But this bull indicator has not been canceled out yet, but we have started to see a transition of weakness here, right? Going from bright green with red borders to dark green with red borders, right? The next position after that, based off history, is eventually a bear indicator popping up that cancels out that bull indicator, just like it did previously on this one. It canceled out that bull indicator, and look how things went downwards. This is what 42 vision lets us see, right? The dips in the area and the rips, okay? This one actually was the dip area, consolidated, took off from all the way down here at $5. So super important to realize that based off 42 vision, we are not in a dip area, we are in a rip area, right? We actually did a complete transition here, but things came back down, hit red, and transitioned back up to bright green. And bright green is the end of the transition of strength, right? Once you see that, the risk gets higher and higher. I mean, all day yesterday, full strength into today, and it's the first time things start going into slight weakness, and you could see it struggling to hold itself up above $10, bouncing between 10 and 9. So we're gonna look at the bigger time frames. Based off the 30-minute, this bull indicator lasted 3 days so far, and we need to watch and see if it's gonna get rejected and canceled out by a bear indicator if support levels are broken through, or is it going to continue to dominate? So if you put here the 4 hour, you could see it's been under a bear indicator since yesterday at 692 all the way up to these highs. Still bright green with green borders, but smaller bar than the previous. Something to watch. It's trying to consolidate, or could be the beginning of a larger pullback, right? Based off the 4 hour. Now on the 1 day though, you could see that it's been under a bull indicator since $4. So when things pulled back here, we were talking about how this bull indicator never got canceled, and I was going to watch if it consolidated. It certainly did, and it took off again, right? And a lot of different articles that we broke down together talking about how there's a huge percentage of the float that is short, 180%, and the cost to borrow was nearly almost 700%. This is huge, right? So back to the 30-minute here, you could see that things are starting to gain strength again, hitting bright green, and we need to see if it could do a continuation. But yes, bull indicator so far, no bear indicator. That's the main thing I'm going to be looking for here on the 30-minute for a bear indicator. If it pops up and cancels out this bull indicator from way down here at the 640s. Now, the first support is 916, 917, give or take. If that gets broken through, the next one's down here at 855. I'll be watching if the bulls actually go ahead and bring this back up to try to bounce away from that area, if it gets pulled down in that area, or if the bears are going to continue to dominate and bring this down, and if we're going to continue to see shifts into red bars and a possible bear indicator based off the 30-minute to the downside, right? Those are the key things I'm watching. To the upside, we want to see this break back above 1071, and that's just the beginning steps, but the highest point was rejected 2 times, and that's 1124, and that is the highest that we've seen in weeks, in months, right? Now, we really want it to stay above $11 overall, because that's the last peak of the last run, and things rejected pretty fast. We do not want that to happen again. That's why at these levels, things are pretty risky, and it's super important to realize that a lot of the move has happened so far. When it comes to the charts and what 42 vision was showing as the dip area, rip area, and also a bull indicator that's lasted 3 days. Now, with short squeeze plays, things can actually go ahead and go beyond expectations, or what anyone would call as the regular or the norm. Something big could happen and random. Nothing's guaranteed with it. But technicals still come into play to see closely what's going on and why things are moving the way they are. This is a big point of rejection based off the history of the chart, and it will be a huge deal if it could break above it and stay above $11 and break out to newer highs that we have not seen in months, guys. So I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. Not financial advice. I'm just sharing my perspective and opinions alone, and the goal with 42 vision and what we do here in this channel is to inform everyone every single day on my perspective and opinions, and try to minimize risk as much as possible. Risk cannot completely be eliminated, but it can be brought to a very low level to be able to maximize consistently on opportunities. And that's what we do with 42 Vision and what I share here. I hope it helps everyone have a new shift in perspective, or that you guys learn something new every single video I post, throughout every single explanation. And again, me sharing my opinions alone and not financial advice, just my perspectives.